Today's research is Christophe Agot, a Frenchman born 1969, sadly died 2015. Yeah, a career cut short, very sad. I believe it was cancer. Okay, so he moved to New York City in 1992 and then started to photograph, I believe, there. So he had a number of projects throughout his life, and each one is specific here. So let's just have a quick look at this one. So these were people he photographed near his home, and he used the strong sunlight, okay, to highlight the people. I guess they're coming in and out of a subway. But yeah, nice, strong, powerful images. I'm not going to look at all of this stuff because I encourage you to go and look yourself. But I will pick out things that I like. So this next one, Life Below. This is the subway of New York City. And clearly he's gone and got quite close and personal with some of these people, which is incredibly difficult to do. It takes a lot of courage to stand right next to somebody and take their photograph. Some of the people I believe he actually had conversations with. But yeah, now he's changed to black and white, which I like. I think it's better for doing this kind of work. I think colour can be a bit distracting, whereas black and white, actually, it becomes more pure, if you know what I mean. Yeah, okay, so that's that one. Then this one was Je et un autre, was I is somebody else, it translates to. Yeah, I is somebody else. So these were self-portraits that were made by combining different negatives together. Yeah, okay, that's that one. And Missing and Under a Cloud, these were based around the terrorist attacks in 2001, September 11th. Yeah, so these obviously, because he was living in New York at the time, it must be difficult not to become involved with that event. So Missing and Under a Cloud are both related to that. Looking for Words, this is where he went to China and photographed there. This time he switched back to colour. Interesting how he's made the conscious choice. Having said that, I think we take it for granted that in today's digital age we can just choose black and white or colour, black and white or colour. It wasn't quite so easy back then, this would have been, I guess, before 2000. So this was probably shot on film. So it's not so easy just to switch between the two. So yeah, he obviously chose colour here. Yeah, okay, the next one is Face au silence. He returned to live in France in 2002 and went out into the countryside to visit local farms and get to know farmers in the communities. And he spent a lot of time photographing people. And what makes this stand out for me, whether he did this before, I don't know, but in this case he actually made sound recordings. Let me switch to this Vimeo video. So he actually made sound recordings. And then made videos based on the, he put the photographs and the photos together to make a slideshow. And nice, very nice. He also did interviews with people and spoke to them. Let's find something here, there, I think. It takes a lot of trust.
Il faut pas penser au reste. Il faut penser à toi en premier.
It takes a tremendous amount of trust, I would imagine, to integrate yourself into a community like this. Yeah, it takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication, I think. So this is, I think, the difference between a documentary photographer and a street photographer. Whilst street photographers can have conversations with people they meet, obviously, it's not the same as a documentary photographer where they would spend more time getting to know the subjects and more time to actually focus up in on one project. And the last one I'm going to talk about today here is this one. So this would have been, I think, his last project, and the style has shifted here, much more artistic, less sharp focus, less, if you saw the episode yesterday that I made about Giacomo Brunelli, this is a little bit like his style, a little bit like that. So yeah, you can see how his style changed throughout his life. And I think the thing I can take away from this is the fact that he was very clear on what he wanted to photograph. So he went out and he had specific projects that he wanted to do, and went out and did them. And I think, how can we incorporate this into our photography? Well, I think it's a good idea to keep an open mind on what you photograph, but also at the same time have things in mind that you want to work towards. So for example, on the subway, if you travel to work and back every day using the subway or the underground in London, for example, you could actually build a body of work based on that over a number of years. So yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go to Pingtung City now because I want to go to see an art exhibition there, but I'm going to document that. So I'll see you later. I'm going to go and take some photos. Bye. I'm on the train to Pingtung. Yeah, I'm going to go to the tobacco museum today to see an art exhibition. Beautiful temple. Wow. Yeah, this market I went into just was probably the best part of my day. I stopped and had lunch, had some mango ice later on. It was, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. You just never know how you're going to find it, right? It's just one of those things. The light wasn't particularly good. It was a bit meh, Anyway, you have to just keep going, don't you? And do your best. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh, young boy. Here is very cool. I might have to get my wide angle on that later. Exhibition by Shu Yamamoto. I went up there and they want to charge me $300, which is $10 to go and look at some rip-off paintings with cats instead of heads. So I thought to myself, no, do you know, I'm just not going to pay this. It's a lot of money. For me at the moment, it's a lot of money, so I'm not going to pay it. Yeah, sometimes it's a mistake to go somewhere, and that was the case for me today going here. It was full of families and screaming kids, building work next door, expensive tickets to get in, and I just wasn't feeling it there. It just felt fake and false. So I decided not to really take too many photos here. But that's how it goes sometimes, isn't it? You can't make yourself take photos. Not really. You have to be in the in the right mood, you know. So I rode my bike back to the station and passed a few interesting places like this rainbow ball manufacturer, and this next thing. I'd seen this a few times. This tower, and I wondered what it was. I think it's a 5G tower. It didn't do anything to help my headache, I don't think. Yeah. So overall, it was quite a strange day. I did take some photos, but nothing I was really super happy with, you know. But I will pick one at the end. I have to wait to the end, though. Railway lines up there. Sometimes you just need to experiment and just go somewhere that you've not been before, right? Just try. That's why I like to use this bike, because I can cover a lot more distance with this than I ever could on foot. Building is cool. Little bit of exposure compensation. Putting the worlds to right, aren't they? At this point I was pretty happy to be seeing the station. I don't know what it is about Pingtung. I've been here a handful of times, maybe, 7 or 8 times perhaps, and I've never really liked it. Every time I go there, it turns into a grey, overcast, miserable place, you know. And also today, it might look as though it's not very hot, but it was actually around 30 degrees, so it was hot and miserable. I was pretty happy to be getting on the train back. This is my chosen photo of the day. I don't think any of them were much good today. I mean, this one, her expression just about sums up my day. I feel a little bit sniffly. I'm not 100%. I'm tired, and it's time to go to bed and to get up tomorrow and start all over again. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.